Good morning. My name is Michael, and this is Hello Cupcake. And I hope you all have had an amazing holiday season. And I hope and truly hopeful that 2021 is much better for all of us than what 2020 was. Because that shit took us through hell with no lube or burn cream. So, yeah. Here's hoping that 2021 is best for all of us. And, yeah. So, there has been a lot that has happened over the last couple of days, and I am so sorry that I did not do a Wednesday update. I have been off on my days the last week and a half now. Wednesday, all I did is I went and I did some shopping, like after Christmas shopping with some friends, and just kind of was a homebody after I got home from that, and really didn't go anywhere for the couple of days afterwards. So, yeah, and what do you call it? New Year's Eve, I went to the store, and I don't normally drink, but I went to the store and I got a big can of Twisted Tea, and I had that, and just laid in bed with my cat watching stupid funny movies. And that's how I did the New Year's. A lot of people were complaining because in my area, I'm surrounded by a bunch of rednecks and just good old folk. You know, someone the other day, they're all like, "Man, I can't understand why everyone has to be this way or that way around here." And I'm like, okay, listen. The one thing you need to know about my area is that the folks around here chew, they spit, they drink, they party, and they work their asses off and go hunting. That's what they do. And on the holidays, they blow shit up. They, like, people around here make homemade bombs and mortars and M80s and all that other crap. And it is almost like a dueling banjo type of a situation. Like, the folk that live on the mountain, like, right in front of my house, they'll set off, like, this earth-shattering kaboom. And then a few moments later, on the other side of town, you'll hear a boom! Just as loud as that one over there. And then you'll hear all these little blow-ups and fireworks and whatever else, and gunshots, and people yipping and yawing and what have you. And it's just like, you know what? That's what they do. There's this, I call it like the senior citizen Facebook, but it's next door neighbor, and there's all these people on there, and most of them are like 50 plus, and they're just bitching up a storm about, oh, this should be illegal, I'm gonna call the cops, bear, 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 every single fucking year. Because what happens is all these people come from out of town on a weekend during, like, tourist season, look at our fair hamlet, and like, oh, we must live here, George. And they go home, sell off their place in, like, an area that's been terraformed for people of like mind, and then they move their asses out here, and not realizing what it actually is like living here. And so every time someone brings that up, you can automatically tell, one, their age, and two, that they're not local. Now, I'm not local to Washington, but I've been here almost 14 years, so I consider myself a local. And I moved here and became part of the community, not a part from the community. And So many of them come here and just like, oh, well, we need this and we need that, and this shouldn't be like this and that shouldn't be like that, and oh, it offends our delicate sense of nature and blah. Shut up. Like, the only thing I can agree with is that we do need more commercial and more places like Jack in the Box and just family dining establishments in the area. I mean, we have a lot of little mom and pop restaurants, but in my town, which is like between, it's about 10 miles to the major like vacation destination. All the crap is located there. In my town, we have a grocery store, 2 gas stations, and 2 bars. We have one of the bars sell food. Well, both of the bars sell food, but one's an actual restaurant food, not just bar food. And then we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that you can go and eat, but they're mom and pop. And one of the places is a pizza place, and it's ridiculously expensive. Like, for a large pizza, you're paying almost $27 for it. Like, unnecessarily expensive. So, yeah. And right at the end of my road, the one road that runs into town, there's nothing there. Like, nothing. Just open field for like 600-700 acres, if not more, of just open land and open field. And I have made the like suggestion multiple times, even at city meetings, that we develop that area over there, or that we even develop area in my area, because we have tons of open space here. And there's a little rinky-dink airport right up the road from us that has a whole bunch of like empty land all around it that they could develop on. I mean, there's just tons of places that people can develop if they wanted to develop. But the Board of County Commissioners, or the BOCC, doesn't want to allow any kind of industry or commercial to come into the town to take away from the natural beauty and the serenity of us being a small Victorian town. Listen, I get that, but it's not balanced in any sort of way. We need things here for our younger community members. We need places to spend our money. If we developed at the end of the end of the road here, all of that money would filter back onto the peninsula. As it is now, if you need to do any kind of major shopping, you have to go a county over and 5 cities over in order to do any kind of major shopping. Like, in either direction, north or south or west or whatever hell direction that is. So, yeah. Anyways, enough of that tyrant and tangent. As you can see, my Christmas tree is still up, and I am having a really hard time with the thought of having to take it down. I really enjoy how beautiful it looks. I really am enjoying just having it up this year, but I know that I have to take it down, and it's probably going to be sometime between now and like Wednesday of this coming week. And then I got to take down all my Christmas decor outside, which I'm really not looking forward to that, because I love just walking out the door and having that fun festive lighting out there. Sorry, I thought I saw someone coming up on my porch. So yeah, That's the one thing about the holidays that I hate is the holiday takedown. And but above and beyond that, I've been doing um a lot of cleaning, especially in the kitchen. Like, I'm focusing all of my attention and all of my efforts in the kitchen right now. And as soon as I get that all taken care of, then I'm going to move into the living room, get all this taken care of. I'm getting rid of this thing right here. That is that right there. That is one of those old-fashioned Airdyne bikes that have the big air pedal wheel in the middle of it. I just don't use it, and even though I'm on this new health kick fit, like trying to lose weight and stuff, and it would be ideal for the type of weather that we're having right now, where it's windy and it's cold and it's raining, and for those days that I don't actually get out and do anything for my walking, it would be great for me to use that. But I've had that thing for well over 7 years now, and I have only used it a handful of times, so it's really time to go. I haven't made a decision about that lamppost yet. I've never really used it, so I think I may clean it up like I had originally intended to do. Put a new coat of spray paint on there, and just go from there, and maybe hook it up to an Amazon device, because it has a really tricky switch. And it's like all the way down at the very bottom of the cord, and you have to like fumble to look for it. Like whoever made it, they should have put a switch like somewhere along the pole itself, but they didn't. So if I do keep that though, I also need to find a new location for it, because all that area behind me has pretty much turned into storage of my sister's crap. There's some of my stuff there, but most of it is stuff from my sister's house. So, anyways, I gotta try to reorganize that and go into where my laundry room is / used to be, and kind of shuffle things around in there, because that's a lot of her crap also, and there's a bunch of crap in there that I'm going to be getting rid of. I've done probably 4 trips to the recycling place with just cardboard. I didn't realize that my cardboard hoard was that was that significant, but there was a whole bunch of stuff behind my trash can, because I don't use my my back door, so I keep that locked, and then I just stack like all the boxes and stuff up behind my trash can, which I keep right there by that door. And so when I was doing my laundry yesterday, my little portable washing machine tipped over, and in the process of doing that, I broke my desk. The little leg, it has like this little ledge that goes around the bottom to like kind of rest your feet on. Well, I guess I pushed up off of that really fast and like put too much of my weight on it, and it snapped that part of that off. So I'm like really upset about that, but I had to go running in there. I picked up the washing machine, shut it off really quickly, and then mopped up the floor, which I needed to do anyways, so it was kind of like a blessing in disguise. I just didn't need it to do it the way that it happened. And so got all the water up, and then that prompted me to start breaking the boxes down as I was washing clothes and stuff like that. And so that's what I did yesterday. I washed my clothes, I mopped the floor, and I picked up I mopped the floor, broke down boxes, washed my clothes, and washed up some of the dishes that had gotten thrown into the sink. I spent like 2.5 days doing dishes. Like, not that there was that many in there. It was just like I would do a small load and then be like, "Ooh, squirrel," and then go and do something else, and then I'd come back and do another load or whatever. And so, I can finally say that I have pretty much no dishes left. I still have everything left over from dinner last night. I did wash up some late last night when I was in the process of cooking dinner. Like, I took out chopping mats and I cut stuff up on that, and then washed down my knife, washed down the mat, and put that up to dry and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, slow, but getting there progress. Part of my and I've also started this daily routine where I sit down and I take a few minutes where I shut off all of my electronics and all my devices, except for my computer, because it's part of my daily routine that I'm starting to do now. And I will light up some candles, and then I will play meditative music on my computer, and I put in my little earpods, and I just take a moment to meditate. And as I'm meditating, I'm thinking about what I'm trying to change in my life, what I'm trying to change in myself, what I'm trying to put out into the world, and what I'm trying to accomplish. A while back ago, I think I said that I've really tried to change gears in the way that I'm thinking and the way that I'm doing things and the way that I'm approaching things. There's just so much hate and negativity right now in the world that I don't want that anymore for myself. And I am a very quick-tempered person. And having bipolar syndrome doesn't really help that aspect. And so I've just been trying to redirect that energy. And like, so if I go to Walmart and people are just being really nasty and rude, and well, Walmart, I just like go to a happy place and like, la la la, this is all fine, this is all great. But I know that I have a lot of faults and that I am only human, and if I lunge out at someone or something or whatever, that I try to reel myself back in. And so far so good. I mean, I'm still suffering with my depression. I'm still suffering with the bipolar mood swings and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm completely cured or that I'm some yogi guru that has obtained inner peace. About the only inner peace that I've received is like the inside of the cake pan. I know, haha, fat dad joke. But yeah, so I'm trying to switch myself up and trying to see things from all perspectives and trying to filter out the negative energy and give back only positivity and light. And I'm going to try to start doing what I'm going to call RAMs, which is Random Acts of Miracles, or Random Acts of Magic, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's pay it forward. At its very core concept, it's pay it forward. The whole idea of pay it forward is that you do something for someone, and then they do something for someone, and then it becomes like this long chain of doing things for people and bringing random acts of miracles into their lives. And I've always done this, but I want to do more of it. an example was the other day when I was out shopping with my friends, doing our after Christmas shopping stuff. Um, there was a lady who had a pair of tennis shoes at Walmart, and for whatever reason, my spirit just kept telling me, watch her, watch her. So I started watching her without watching her. And I noticed that she had this big bundle of what looked like coupons and whatever in her hand. And every time that she would scan something, she would like finger through and then add that into the check and then look at the total. And then she would grab another item out of her basket, scan it, flip through, and it went on like that for a couple of minutes. And the whole time I'm standing there and like giggling and hee-hawing with my friends and stuff, and I noticed that when she scanned a pair of shoes, she looked at them and she kind of just slowly turned and walked them back and stuck them in the go back basket over by the main cashier's little podium. And so I opened up my wallet, flipped through, saw that I had about $13, and I walked over and I looked at the price tag on the shoes, pulled out the money, and I walked back over to her. I handed her the shoes and I handed her the money, and I said, "Here, let me put this blessing on you." And she's like, "Oh, no, it's okay." I'm like, it's fine. Let me put this blessing on you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Be blessed. And I turned and I walked away. It was the last $13 that are the last of my cash that I had. I had about $6 left on my card, and I bought what little I could with my card, or with the money on my card. And I kept hearing her, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, thank you so much." And I just blocked it out because it wasn't about a idolation or a like feeling of them needing to give me gratitude or any of that other stuff. It was me literally wanting to put a blessing on someone else. Now, if you've been a member of my channel for any period of time, you know I don't have it like that to do for other people. But at that moment, my spirit was telling me, "Michael, do this. You're going to be fine. Your bills are paid. Everything's taken care of. Put this blessing on this person." And that's what I did. I listened to my inner intuition, and a lot of good things happened afterwards. But I didn't do it for the hopes of being rewarded later on down the road. I did it because it genuinely was something inside me that said, do this for this person. And that's one thing that I want to try to instill into everyone, is to bring that out. You know, just because you are going through something doesn't mean that you can't help someone else. Yeah, she had 4 or 5 bags of stuff, but that wasn't for me to judge. I wasn't judging the fact that she had 5 bags of stuff. I wasn't judging her. I saw she had a pair of tennis shoes. She put them back. I wanted to do a blessing on her and get her those shoes. Simple as that. If you're going to do a random act of miracle, you cannot selectively bless people based on a preconceived judgment that you have. Just because they show up in a Lexus doesn't mean that they don't need some extra help, especially right now when the pandemic has like sidelined all of us. Yeah, they may have a $30,000 or a $100,000 car, but what difference does that make? Yeah, you might be going home on the public transit, but give to that person also, because at the end of the day, They're a person. You don't know what's going on in their life. Give them a blessing, because that blessing could turn into a whole world of things for that person. And if you leave them with the simple phrase, do for others when you have the ability to do so, or pay it forward, or just be blessed, that's what you're doing. You're taking of yourself and giving selflessly. Now, I will admit that there are times where I have seen, like, panhandlers. I'm just like, no. But that's not because I've placed judgment on them. It's because I'm not called to put a blessing on them right away. A lot of times I'm not called to put a blessing on someone, and I'll still do it. It's instinctual. Another thing that happened a couple of days ago, my niece and I, she needed to go to the store and wanted to also go to like Walmart and Target and stuff like that. So we drove out of town and went to Walmart and Target. I had just bought myself some lunch. And as we were driving, we saw a panhandler, homeless person, whatever you want to call them, on the side of the road. And on their thing it says, "Hungry, please help." My instant thought was, you have more right now than what you need. Give to this person. He needs it more than you do. So I told my niece, I'm like, hey, grab a burger and a fry out of there and give it to this dude. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, just do it. Don't question me. So she puts on her mask, rolls it down. We pull up. I'm like, hey, bud, here you go. Enjoy. He's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I'm like, no problem. No need to thank me. Just do for others when you're able to. And drove off. She's like, Uncle, that was really nice of you. And I'm like, it really wasn't nice of me. This man is hungry. Why else would he be standing out here for doing this or whatever? So anyways, if you followed along this far into the video, thank you so much. I know that I get really long-winded, and I'm trying to keep these under 20 to 15 minute long, but it just doesn't work. So anyways, take that and move it into this new year. Do for others without the expectations of things happening for you. Give of yourself selflessly, and don't put it on social media that you're doing these things, because that is seeking limelight, and that is seeking reward and redemption and validation. Do it even if no one else is around, and just be blessed and bless people, because we all need that extra bit of caring and loving and compassion this time around. And every day we need loving, caring, and compassion, because we've become a society that is devoid of those things. So there's so much more that I can go into, especially with my health issues and stuff that are happening right now, but I'm going to save that for another time. And as always, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Click the little bell notification icon, and then your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section down below. And you can find me on social media. Instagram as Michael Scott Peterson, S-O-N, not S-E-N. And you can head over to the blog, hellocupcakeitsme.com. If you by chance happen to get an error message, I think that it's all fixed. GoDaddy was supposed to fix it, but there is absolutely no scam or no anything on there that is phishing or taking your personal information or whatever it happens to say. And follow along on the Facebook community group, links down below, and I will talk to y'all later, guys. Bye.